In the shadows of the Paulsboro oil terminal and lube site, the Delaware Riverkeeper Network, several other environmental groups, and Paulsboro residents called on the Christie Administration to reject a proposed settlement agreement with Exxon Mobil. Under the deal, the company would pay $225 million for damages at 18 industrial sites and over 800 gas stations across New Jersey instead of $8.9 billion that would cover natural resource damages.
Exxon raked in $32 billion in profits in 2014. That's the highest profiting company in the United States in 2014. Their total revenue for 2014, even greater than that, $407 billion they took in 2014. They are the richest oil company in the United States, and they're one of the biggest and richest corporations in the world. And yet they want to leave Paulsboro holding the bag.
The Paulsboro site was formerly owned by Exxon and sits on the banks of the Delaware River. A number of oil leaks and spills resulted in significant groundwater contamination. The restoration was estimated to cost $81 million. Under the proposed settlement, the damages will only be $1.1 million.
The terminal that is behind us is what's called a C2 site, which means it has a lot of contamination of groundwater. It has impacts to soil, meaning contaminated soil. There's multiple contaminants, benzene, toluene, oil, hydrocarbons, all kinds of stuff. It's a witch's brew. And a lot of that is leaked out from under there and is actually under the ground we're standing on.
Out of all the dirty deeds of the Christie administration, this is probably the worst, and this is the one that is breaking through the most for the public. Because it's not just residents in Paulsboro and Linden that are outraged. It's residents across the state, whether you're a Republican, a Democrat, or independent. You know, this deal stinks, and New Jerseyans know it. And we clearly not only have an opportunity for the public to weigh in, but also for the legislature.
Local residents who have had to endure water and air pollution from a number of different sources are angered by the proposed Exxon deal.
My family was living just 2 miles from here when the train derailment occurred in 2012, spilling 23,000 gallons of the highly toxic and carcinogenic chemical known as vinyl chloride, polluting our air and water. My son Liam, shown here, is still suffering from health effects from his exposure. Families in Paulsboro have gone without clean drinking water on top of everything. It is time that we start protecting the health of Paulsboro families.
Paulsboro needs their fair share. The money should come back to the community that is affected.
Like every other town in the United States, our garbage is picked up. Most people don't think about where it goes or what happens to it. So imagine if 1 week, all the garbage that was picked up in Paulsboro was dumped onto the governor's front lawn. Then imagine Governor Christie becoming mad. He makes a phone call to have all the garbage picked up immediately. But what happens if only 30% of the garbage is removed from his lawn?
The public is being urged to tell the New Jersey DEP to reject the settlement.